Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Today, we are going to be doing an unboxing of the new Rainbow High, Shadow High budget line Natasha Zima. So, I have included the original Natasha so we can do a side by side. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the packaging, shall we? So, we have the usual budget line size box, and across the front you have everybody included in this release: Natasha, Heather, Luna, and Chanel. And on the side we have like the digital purple and blue background, and then we have this prismatic glossy name of Natasha Zima across the side, and I love how that looks. It's very pretty. And on the back we have a huge, fills up the entire back of the box, which is the artwork of Natasha, and I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love this prismatic shadow high, and I love Natasha's face on the back of the box. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Nothing too exciting, but I do think it's beautiful packaging, and plan to cut the back of the box off and file it with the rest of my boxes. So let's open her up and take a little bit closer look. Okay, she's out of the box, and I've got her side by side with the original so we can do a little bit of comparison. Yeah, aside from the articulation, obviously, they look very similar with the face makeup. Eyebrows are very similar. I feel like the original's eyebrows are a little bit longer. I don't know why, but it seems like they shorten the eyebrows just a little bit on the budget. It's almost like how much money can that really save you on paint? I don't know. But the eyebrows do seem to be just a hair shorter on the budget line. So whatever. It's interesting. As for the makeup, everything else looks pretty close. I mean, they both have like gray eyeshadow, white eyeshadow, gray underneath. Yeah. The lips side by side have the white on the bottom, and then like they ombre into the gray. The ombre looks a lot better on the original. It's lighter, and the ombre is more gradual, whereas the budget line goes a lot darker and is a lot more like dark gray, so it's muddier. But it looks fine as long as it's not side by side. Like until you get it side by side is the only time that you would really care. Otherwise, it just looks like she has darker lipstick. So honestly, it looks fine. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like her eyeshadow maybe is a little bit, like the size of the eyeshadow is a little bit bigger. I feel like the white is taller and the gray is smaller. But overall, they look very, very similar. The same hairstyle. They do not come with stands, so just keep that in mind. This hair has been brushed out, and I feel like there's probably a little bit more hair in the original. But yeah, overall, it's pretty close. Pretty close to sixes. So there is no stand and there is no comb. Just remember that. There's the doll, the purse, and the shoes. That's it. And the clothes. So let's do a quick review of her. She's got the half up ponytail in the middle and the crimped hair. There is some product in it that I'll need to, probably comb out. Not a ton, but there's, it's on the sides as usual. And then everything in the back is soft. And it's slightly crimped. Not as crimped as the original, but it is crimped. So crimped white hair, and she does have pierced ears, but no earrings. As I was saying on her makeup, she has gray eyebrows, and her eyeshadow is gray on top, eyeshadow wise. White in the middle and then black eyeliner on the bottom. You've got a little bit of glitter on the white, and then on the bottom of the eye you have just a slight light gray under the eye. It's very pretty and very similar to the original. On her cheeks, she's got rosy red blush. So that looks nice. And then, yeah, on the lips, she has an ombre that starts white on the edges and then works into a dark gray in the middle. So it is darker than the original, but I like it. It just looks like she's got dark lipstick. She has her usual beautiful blue eyes. Absolutely stunning. And then for the fashion, I actually really like her outfit. It's, I think, possibly my favorite of all of these budget line shadow high dolls. I like it because it's very different and possibly even cuter than the original. I like it. So here you have a faux leather white skirt, and it's got like an A-line cut, so it's shorter on the right side and longer on the left. You've got stitching that goes down both sides of the front, and then you have a layered effect, so it looks like it goes up short up on the hip and then has a second piece that drops down underneath, and it just gives it a little bit of style, and it looks very nice, very sleek, and original. Just looks different. And then in the back it meets up and velcros together in the middle. It's got pleats along the hips, or the waist, sorry, along the waist. So it's supposed to like pull down a little bit, at least it looks like it does, so that her belly button hangs out. You can see there's definitely been a lot of quality issues. They look dirty. You can see that, and I don't know if it's going to wash off or what, but you can see a lot of these dolls have had dirt, black and brown marks all throughout. So I don't know if it's actually in the paint or if it's going to wash off, but I've seen it on almost every one of these budget line dolls. So that's frustrating, especially where it's right where the clothing is supposed to show the skin of the abdomen. So that's interesting. The top I absolutely love. It looks like she has a fur shawl on her shoulders, wraps around and velcros in the back, comes down and disappears underneath her arms. So cute. It looks like a halter strap, or just like she's wearing a fur shawl. So I love how that looks. And then it looks like she has, this top that she has in the original, where it's like a crop top, has this faux leather piece that has like the textured flowers printed on top. And then this see-through fabric on the neckline. And yeah, that goes underneath. Like I said, everything is attached to the back and velcros together. There's two pieces, the skirt and the top, and that's it. So that's about it for her outfit. And then for her purse, she has this silver like pearl bag. It's a soft pliable plastic, and yeah, it's just a tiny little handbag that looks like it's made out of silver pearls. It goes up over her wrist, and yeah, that's it. So I like it. I think it's super cute. And then for the shoes, they're similar to the original except for one color. So let me show you. The original has these silver and white, kind of like a chain shoe. And these look like they're just solid, like pearlescent silver, if you can see that. But they are the same mold, just not as detailed and not as many colors. So this is the left. And this is the right. Put those on her feet, and that's how they look. Put her on the stand that she does not come with. And see if we can get her to stand up straight. And that's her. So yeah, I'm gonna need to brush her hair out a little bit, but that's how she looks, and we'll kind of stand her side by side with the other one. Very close match. I think she's probably the most similar to the original out of all of them. Her and then Luna. And then Chanel would be third, and Heather would be the least similar to the original because her under eye makeup makes a huge difference. So that's about it, you guys. I appreciate you being here today. Please tell me in the comments if you intend to buy any of these Shadow High budget dolls, and yeah, what you plan to do with them if you do get them. So I am looking forward to the next Rainbow High release, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks again for being here. Until then, goodbye.